Imagine a life that begins in a Danish biker gang, takes a sharp turn into radical Islam, and ends with covert operations alongside some of the world's most powerful intelligence agencies. This isn't the plot of a spy thriller. It's the real story of Morten Storm, the most shocking story of a biker I have covered so far. Born in January 1976 in Denmark, Morten Storm, also known as Morten Storm, was a former Bandidos member who transformed into a devout Muslim and infiltrated the heart of militant Islamist networks. After his conversion to Islam, Storm developed ties with one of Al-Qaeda's most notorious leaders, Anwar al-Awlaki, his mission to find a bride for the terrorist mastermind. Storm's search led him to an eager Croatian woman who would go on to embrace extremism and plan devastating attacks. But what makes Morten Storm's story truly extraordinary is how he switched sides again, becoming a double agent for British, American, and Danish intelligence, operating deep within the shadows of global terrorism. This is the incredible story of the biker, the Islamist, then double agent, Morten Storm. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss our next deep dive into the world of bikers, spies, and beyond. Morten Storm grew up in Korsør, Denmark, where he befriended several Arab peers. He struggled in school and was eventually sent to a facility for troubled youth, where he formed connections with individuals involved in criminal activities. By the age of 13, Storm had already committed 2 armed robberies and would later serve multiple prison sentences for violent offenses. As a teenager, his criminal endeavors provided him with an income of up to 10,000 Danish kroner a week, which he squandered on wild nights out, fueled by alcohol and drugs. He was soon drawn into the biker world and became a member of the Bandidos in Korsør. While serving a sentence at the age of 19, Storm encountered Suleiman, a Danish convert to Islam, which sparked his interest in the religion. Upon his release, Storm moved to England to live with Suleiman, immersing himself in his new faith. He adopted Islamic practices, praying 5 times a day and growing a beard, and in 2000, Storm married a Muslim Moroccan woman. That same year, Storm also published his Danish translation of the Creed of Islam, Questions and Answers by Sheikh Mohammed bin Jamil Zaino, a text rooted in Islamic fundamentalism. At first, the ex-biker appeared to embrace the moderate teachings of his Islamic center, but before long, he was an outspoken supporter of extremist groups, even naming his eldest son after the late Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. Farasat Latif of the Luton Islamic Center said he initially found Storm to be friendly and very jolly, but the pair rapidly fell out over his extreme views. Within 6 months, Storm was accusing mosque leaders of apostasy, meaning the abandonment or renunciation of a religious belief. While studying, he crossed paths with infamous figures such as Zacharias Moussaoui, often referred to as the 20th 9/11 hijacker, and Richard Reed, known for attempting to detonate explosives hidden in his shoes on a commercial flight. Storm made several trips to Yemen to deepen his understanding of Arabic, during which he forged close ties with senior Al-Qaeda leaders, including Anwar al-Awlaki. Awlaki, a U.S. citizen, was one of Al-Qaeda's most effective recruiters, using YouTube videos to radicalize individuals worldwide. His influence extended to figures like Major Nidal Hassan, the perpetrator of the Fort Hood shooting, and Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalab, the so-called underwear bomber who attempted to bring down a plane over Detroit. Storm and Awlaki became close friends, cementing Storm's position within the Al-Qaeda network. Awlaki's prominence made him a high-priority target, with significant bounties offered for information leading to his capture or location. But Storm now switched sides again, working with intelligence services in 3 different countries. According to himself, it was him that contacted the intelligence services, offering his assistance, but it could also be that they had something on him, or simply that the offer of money was too tempting. No matter what the reason really was, Storm was now a double agent. The CIA, collaborating with Danish intelligence and MI5, gave Morten Storm a daring mission. Anwar al-Awlaki, the notorious al-Qaeda leader, was searching for a bride, and they wanted Storm to find her. The CIA sweetened the deal with a $250,000 reward, tasking Storm with locating the perfect match and ensuring she delivered a piece of advanced tracking technology to Yemen. Storm turned to Facebook, scouring fan pages dedicated to al-Awlaki. Amid the glowing tributes, he found an ideal candidate, a young blonde woman in her mid-20s from Eastern Europe. She spoke effusively about the Sheikh and his teachings, making her a perfect fit. Storm messaged her, claiming to carry a personal message from al-Awlaki. To put her at ease, Storm brought along his wife and met the woman at a hotel, where he presented her with a video message from al-Awlaki himself. The deeply religious woman was excited, and in the video, al-Awlaki addressed her directly.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This recording is done specifically for Sister Amina at her request. And the brother who's carrying this recording is a trustworthy brother, the brother that is communicating with you.
Deeply moved, she asked Storm to record her response. Wearing her headscarf, she nervously agreed to the proposal. She then asked Storm to leave the room, and then she removed her headscarf, recording a more personal message for her future husband.
Brother, this is me without the headscarf, so you can see my hair. I described it to you before. So now you see me without it, and I hope you will be pleased with it, inshallah.
Eager to meet her future husband, she packed her most cherished belongings for the journey to Yemen, completely unaware that her suitcase had been fitted with a sophisticated CIA tracking device. This device transmitted her exact location in real time, ensuring the CIA would know precisely when and where she met al-Awlaki. As expected, al-Awlaki's men greeted her. But then, suddenly, the plan took an unexpected turn. Because when al-Awlaki's men arrived at the hotel to collect his bride, they insisted she leave behind all her luggage and electronics. She was only permitted to take a few clothing items in a clear plastic bag. With nothing but these belongings, she eventually joined him. This move thwarted the CIA's plan. The suitcase and its tracking device were discarded, rendering the operation a failure. However, a year later, al-Awlaki was killed in a U.S. drone strike after being located by American intelligence. The extent to which Storm's information contributed to al-Awlaki's discovery remains contentious. To this day, Morten Storm claims his matchmaking efforts ultimately led the CIA to al-Awlaki. However, the Americans deny this, asserting that their own intelligence was responsible. As for al-Awlaki's bride, she remained in Yemen, continuing to promote her late husband's extremist agenda. She became the editor of Inspire, an al-Qaeda English-language propaganda magazine. One of the magazine's most infamous articles, How to Build a Bomb in the Kitchen of Your Mom, served as the instructional guide used by the Boston Marathon bombers to create their pressure cooker explosives. According to Storm, he left Islam in 2006 and worked for Denmark's intelligence agency until 2011. Storm claims that PAT told him his intelligence did not lead to al-Awlaki's capture and that the CIA had been following a parallel lead. Dissatisfied with this explanation, Storm requested a meeting with both PAT and CIA officials, but did not get the money he expected. In October 2012, Morten Storm stepped into the spotlight with a series of articles in the newspaper Jyllands Posten.
He was very upset. He was saying a lot of things. He was saying something about PET, the Danish intelligence. He was saying something about CIA. He was talking about Anwar al-Awlaki. He was showing me his passport that he has been in and out of Yemen. There was a lot of things. He was talking and talking and talking, and he was quite nervous and quite upset, I think.
Following the publication of his story, PET issued a press release stating that they would neither confirm nor deny Storm's claims. The statement included the following: As a rule, we do not comment on the targets of our operational work. In August 2012, PAT reportedly offered Storm a tax-free payment of 25,000 kroner per month for 5 years to dissuade him from going public with his story. Storm's account is supported by a text message allegedly sent by a PAT handler, which read, "Congratulations, brother. You've just become rich, very rich." In 2015, Storm clashed with PAT again when he posted photos on Facebook of individuals he alleged were involved in the covert operation. This breach of secrecy sparked controversy and added to his reputation as a divisive figure. Over the years, Storm has faced multiple threats from Muslim communities, and in 2016, police charged 3 individuals with issuing threats against him. Morten Storm's life is a whirlwind of transformation, betrayal, and danger. A former Bandidos member who embraced Islam, only to later reject it and infiltrate one of the most dangerous terrorist networks in the world. His journey from the streets of Denmark to the shadowy world of international espionage is a tale unlike any other. But Storm's story is also filled with unanswered questions. Was he a hero risking everything to fight terrorism, or a self-serving opportunist playing both sides? But what do you think of Morten Storm's incredible journey? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on more stories that dive deep into the complex lives of extraordinary individuals.